Hey, welcome back to the Sphere Audio Video channel. My name's Hayden.
And I'm Barry.
And today we're going to go over what you need to think about when you decide to pre-wire your home. Barry, tell me a little bit about what you, when you talk to our customers, like to tell them about pre-wiring their home.
Well, when people, come to us and hey, we need to pre-wire our house, most of them have an idea of what they want to do,
Most of the time, yeah.
Whether that's, distributed audio or distributed video.
What do those two things mean, though? Because some people, they're going to watch a video and be like, what does that even mean?
Right, so you can have a system to where you have multiple devices in a rack and you can see those anywhere throughout your house. They're distributed throughout every single TV location that you have in your house. Instead of having...
So basically what I can see or hear in the living room, I can see or hear on the back porch or in the man cave or anything like that. So whatever content or music I can hear it throughout the house all at one time. Or pick and choose which room. I don't have to have multiple, let's say, cable boxes to watch a TV show, or have multiple CD players or things like that to listen to audio.
That's right.
So that's distributed audio and video. So those are things you need to think about as well.
Security system, whether or not we need to get in there, and wire for a security system.
Right.
Also for cameras, that kind of stuff. Wi-Fi system. Most houses, when you're in studs like that, you need to get wiring in place. If you have an office somewhere, if you want to get hard lines in places, or be able to put access points in strategic places, so they're hardwired throughout the house so that your Wi-Fi is the most it can be.
Right. Because a lot of customers have ideas of where they want stuff, but sometimes, talking about like internet and things like that, sometimes the locations might be good on paper, but they're not really good in reality. So a lot of times that's where we come in and help and say, that's a good idea. The best performance and everything you need is going to be in this area. So we kind of like try to guide, the customer on where they need to be and what's going to be the best performing, where they're going to be the happiest.
That's right. Because a lot of times, if we go in a house, a lot of times you plan on have something here or there. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way, and you have to move things around.
Right. Stuff
like that. So, it's all about what you want, what you think you may want, and what you might want in the future. Because everything's going to, a lot of stuff's going to fiber because, you get, a gigabit speeds on most of the stuff now. So we have to future-proof a lot of stuff with, Cat 6, Cat 6A, Cat 7, or fiber. A lot of different scenarios and wires and all that kind of stuff that goes into trying to future-proof stuff. So it's, when you build the house, you don't want to have to go in there every 5 years and redo your wiring.
Right, because then we're talking about tearing down sheetrock and patching and painting again and making a mess where you can't use your house or that area of the house for a while. So a lot of the way the future is right now is running fiber to every location. A lot of times we don't really use it in every location, but we know we have it. Therefore, that's the best solution to get the best performance in all locations in the future. And everything's going to go that way eventually. So we do that, and like you said, thinking about other things that you want in the future. So you don't have to, just because you're pre-wiring your house, just limit yourself to wiring only the things that you want. You need to wire for everything that you could possibly want or could think of for the future. So if you eventually wanted to do a back porch or patio and wanted TVs and speakers and lighting, well, we don't have to do that right now, but we sure can go ahead and pre-wire for it, and it's there, it's not hanging out. We can hide it behind the sheetrock and know where it is and come back later and pull those things out, or have them in conduit and boxes, and they're ready to go. And those things, whenever you decide to do it and you want to move forward, we just come in, install the parts.
Yeah,
we're all good. It's not a big, because if we have to come back in later and run wire, it's going to be more expensive because it was labor, intensive.
Yeah.
And it's just going to cause a big mess throughout your house. So you don't want to do that. We always tell the customers, go ahead and pre-wire for everything you can think of, because we're talking about cents per foot. It's not a lot of money. It's not a huge expense to go ahead and pre-wire your house for everything.
Yeah, wire's cheap in perspective of things.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you think about it, if you pre-wire for, you know, your automation stuff, you know, if you pre-wire for your speakers in most rooms, and you know, TVs in most rooms, and you know, you go ahead and pre-wire for your security system, your cameras, you know, your window treatments that you may think you might want. You know, at least the wiring's there. You know, you got, you know, speakers you may want to do outside, or landscape lights, or you know, whatever it is that you may want to do. At least your wiring's in place, and,
Right.
and if you need it, you have it. If you don't have it, then you know, if you wind up moving and selling the house, and somebody else will be like, hey, you know, that's an added bonus as well.
It's a good
You know,
resale
'cause,
value as
yeah.
well. And also the biggest thing we have is, he said, window treatments. A lot of people can't make up their mind whether or not they want shades or curtains in certain spots, and they struggle with it because they don't know if it's something that they're going to want or something they're going to keep. So we always make sure that, you know, if they decide they want some kind of shading treatment, yeah, sorry, that it's there, it's available. It's, you know, all we have to do is order and size it up, and we can install it, so we're ready to go. So we always push and caution the customer to just go ahead and wire for whatever they can think of in the future, whatever their dream solution is.
That's right.
That's what we go with. So
That's right.
but that's on the pre-wire side. There's also, if you're a customer that already has a house and we can retrofit and run wires, what do you think about that? I mean, it's not the funnest thing in the world,
It just
but
depends on access, you know. Sometimes
Right.
you have to cut holes and get places and stuff like that, which is doable most of the time. It's just, you know, how many holes do you have to cut to get wherever you need to go, and then that, you know, sometimes that can get expensive with patching and, you know, finishing and painting and all that stuff.
I know one things we don't like to do is cut holes. So the first thing we're going to do is try to run wires with the least amount of cutting and just getting in there and messing things up. So we don't want to do that. But it comes down to, most of the times you're going to have to make a lot of cuts in the sheetrock to get through the studs and pull those wires to the locations that you want. So it can be really labor intensive, but whatever you want, we can make it happen. Just because your house is built and you know, you think you can't get a wire there, or you know, you want something but you can't get it because it can't be on that wall, we can make it happen. It's just going to be a little bit more, a little bit more labor and a little more work. So, but we can make anything happen with pulling wire. So, you have anything else, Barry, on
No,
pre-wire?
I think that's it.
Okay, so if you want to come in to our showroom and sit down with us and go over your plans about how you want to proceed with your pre-wire and what we think are the best options, and you know, what we think about future proofing, you can go ahead and give us a call, 205-777-5626. You can see us online at www.sphereav.com. You have this YouTube channel that we're on.
You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter,
Facebook,
all that stuff. All the social media sites we're on. So,
all right, well, until next time, my name's Hayden,
I'm Barry.
and we'll see you again.